coming out of prep school, I didn't have too many options because it was COVID, and Coach Flowers gave me a shot, and I feel like God opened a door for me, and I jumped through it, and I've been blessed, and ever since, and so my biggest thing was being a part of the change here, because we know the history behind Johnson C. Smith's football team. It hasn't been good for a very long time, and I'm happy to say that I've been a part of that change. Just as not on specifically football, but just campus-wide, there's been a change in the university. So, that was my ultimate goal coming here, and he got me to see his vision, and I'm living that vision right now. I've had my moments to really look back and reflect on last season. There was some great ups and some great downs, but just looking to improve and build on that this year.
He was a good receiver on the field, but really what made us most attracted to Brevin was really his mindset to getting better and in his GPA. A lot of times you look at a young man's GPA, tells you a lot about them and how they approach work and how they approach getting better. And his GPA showed that he's a hard worker off the field. And to listen to him talk, when speaking to him, it wasn't like he felt like he had arrived or that he just knew that he had a lot more work to do. And so when you're recruiting young people and they have the attitude or mindset that I still have to improve, that's really what you look for. And we were looking for, we didn't know he was going to be a guy that was going to be All-CIAA as a freshman. We didn't know that, but when he came in and we saw how he worked, it was very obvious that he was special because his work ethic is different. And so looking at it, he just became a guy that when we first recruited, we thought it was a slot only. But then getting him here and seeing his IQ and how he understood it, now we've grown that you can see Brevin Caldwell outside, to be able to play an outside receiver as well as he plays slot receiver. So it enables us to be able to move him all around, and it's a credit to him and his family that he has a very supportive family that supported him every step of the way, and I'm just happy for him and his career and how he's progressed. And does it surprise me? It does not surprise me that he's had a very good career. Do we know it was going to be this good? It's going to be record-setting? No. Do we think he's going to have a good career at JCSU? Yes.
Since I've been here as a freshman, I had my eyes on a couple records here. 1,000-yard receiver was probably the biggest one I had my eye on, but obviously I want to be the career holder of receiving yards now. I got the receptions, so that's my biggest goal coming into 25.
He's grown. First off, I'd say in leadership. He's a voice for the team. He sets an example for the team on the field and off. Brevin Caldwell's a 3.8 biology major, so he's taking a heavy class load. He's always one of the last to leave the field, and he's always one of the first to get there. He's always working. He sets that example. Brevin Caldwell, his body has transformed since he first came to us from Myrtle Beach Prep. His body has changed, put on more muscle to be able to take the pounding that 85 catches will have you, because you're going to take a lot of hits. And he's also grown with the program. He's one of our, we call him a day one guy. Day one guy's part of our first recruiting class, and he's grown with the program, body, mind, soul. And he's been here when we had grass on the field, 2-7, 7-3 in a bowl, and 8-2. He's a foundational piece, important piece, and he sets the tone for the offense.
Can I top it? We're going to see schematically, we have a quarterback change from last year to this year. So we're, obviously the offense is going to change a little bit, but I think, the explosives will go up per se. So I'm not sure about the catches, the receptions. I'm looking to, top it. I want 100 catches. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's ever been done here, and I want to do that. But if that's not what presents itself this upcoming season, well, the explosives are going to come up. I know that for sure.